in all, as you can see, the game's literally just finished. That was pretty frustrating, to be honest. It was 0-0 for most of the game. They scored in the 80-something minute. The game's just finished. I've not made any notes for anything. First half, I guess we kind of looked better. The possession was pretty even. Captain Mickey made a fantastic goal line clearance that kept us in it in the first half. Look, it was just, I'm not going to keep you here all night. Like, it was just one of those things. We obviously lost 1-0 in the end. Really frustrating. Towards the end of the game there, with 15 minutes left when we're 1-0 down, just passing the ball around the back and you could tell they wanted to get forward, but they just couldn't. And then, they'd go back to the keeper and start the build-up again. And it's just, I don't know what James Roby's telling them. I'm not a professional footballer, obviously, but it's just so frustrating to watch. I was screaming at the TV, just begging for something to happen, but nothing came of it. And we nearly conceded another one late on as we were attacking, obviously. And I wouldn't have minded. I'd much rather concede a second trying to score than just sit back and maybe concede another one anyway. But you got to push for these things and move forward and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, their manager got a yellow card. I didn't see what for, to be honest. But then the full-time whistle, James Roby went to shake his hand. He shook his hand, and then their manager pushed James while he still had hold of his hand, which is just fucking stupid stuff, isn't it? You don't do that sort of stuff. But loads of time wasting towards the end, as we would, I guess, if we were 1-0 up. The ref was a bit weird, but he was weird. He was consistently weird, giving weird calls away to both sets of players. League Two refs, I guess. We can't really moan too much. But the Northampton fans were quite funny, though, screaming and shouting for free kicks and penalties at every opportunity. And after 10 beers on a Saturday, I probably would do the same. But watching on TV, you can hear it all. Massive well done to the 220 odd guys that travelled up from our lot. That's awesome. Great support on a Tuesday night. I'm looking at the positives. Mickey, Dimitru, Mr. Consistent. I say it nearly every time. He's our best player. It's an absolute fact. He's absolutely unreal. 9 out of 10 every single game he plays for us. Honestly, build that man a statue. He's the glue that holds our team together. It's an absolute fact. I'm kind of glad I didn't make a video the last game against Forest Green, because I probably would have absolutely slated Benno and then regretted it the next morning. I think Benno's a little bit out of his depth now. I don't know if it's because he's getting a little bit older and all that sort of stuff, and he's been a great servant to the club, and I love the guy and all that sort of stuff. He's a really nice guy. I've spoken to him a few times, but as far as the footballing goes, I really do think there's other options we should be looking at the moment going forward. Like tonight, he gave the ball away a couple of times, and maybe I'm looking for it more because I was so frustrated with him last game. So I might, you guys will have your own opinions if you watched it, but I really think there's other options on the bench that we could be looking at. I don't know whether Matty's fit. I know he's on the bench, but I don't know whether there's something going on where he doesn't want to come on, or James doesn't want to bring him on for any reason or whatever. But look, it's just one of those things. Yeah, so Mickey had an absolutely fantastic game. Nick Townsend made a couple of decent saves, like, one or two really good saves. Pask had a good game. Cameron Norman had a fantastic game. You're defending a lot when I've just named 3 defenders in a row. But Finazaz was great again. Telford, they kept Telford really quiet. I love the guy to bits, obviously, and he's an absolute superstar. I'm not ripping into him at all, but he was running around loads, just like Podge used to, and he was getting nearly nothing, just like Podge used to. He looked a lot like Podge tonight, and I absolutely love Podge. So let's not think I'm slagging him off there, because I'm not at all. It was just Northampton did a great job of keeping him quiet. Ollie Cooper looked fantastic when he came on as well. Anyone else? Any other honourable mentions? I don't think so. Nobody, they didn't absolutely smash us. That was anybody's game, to be honest. but you know, the smelly shoe fixes just stole it at the end there, so can't really moan too much. You know, we've got 5 home games in a row now, and we really need to make that count. Got Oldham on Saturday. You know, we need to be winning that and winning it convincingly, I think. Yeah, 5 home games in a row. You've got to be looking at a decent amount of points on the board there. You know, at the bare minimum, you want 10 from that sort of stretch of home games, don't you, really? But yeah, I won't ramble on too much. I've been here for 5.5 minutes already. My man of the match, not that it's up to me, but my personal opinion would be Mickey. Anything else going on crazy? I don't think so. That's it. That was a bit frustrating. I really hoped we could have got a point from that. We had a couple of good chances at the end there where we were on the counter attack or where we were sort of absolutely going for it. But you know, we all know Northampton are a good team. Yeah. In non-county related news, Joss Labbs, old number 4, obviously, old captain, got another yellow card tonight. That's his 10th of the season. So as one of the guys on the on this admin chat pointed out, some things never changed, do they? But anyway, look, onwards and upwards. We've got a great team. We've got a great strike partnership up front. A couple of good keepers on the bench. You know, we just need to. Sorry, one good keeper, a couple of good keepers in the team. We've just got to keep plugging away, and it's, you know, it does get frustrating, especially now. Yeah, I haven't looked. We were 5th before going into this. I know Tranmere were losing at one point, and Forest Green were losing, and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I haven't looked where we are. We might be 5th. We might have dropped. I'm not sure, but hey ho, we need to start putting some points on the board, don't we? Because an automatic promotion this season would be great. Although I would miss the green man because that's great fun, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, I look forward to seeing all there Saturday. It would be great if Rodney Parade's absolutely packed out for that, because yeah, the boys need the support. Let's put some points on the board and start moving up. See you later.